Hi, welcome back, or welcome if you're new to me. And if you're new to me, I am Dana Sampson. I am a transformational coach, and I help course creator, coaches, and online service providers move out of their own way and get to their next level of income and impact while feeling good about it and making a difference. Today, I want to talk about 3 ways that we can get unstuck and back into action. I'm not sure about you, but it happened to me, and I know other people that it happened to. When you have this beautiful plan, you booked everything to start working on your plan, and then you run into bumps. You get stuck at a certain task and it's just not, you don't move forward, you don't do what has to be done. So one of the situations is when you think of a to-do, of a task that has to be done. It just makes you feel overwhelmed, it makes you feel unmotivated, and you have the tendency to procrastinate. In this situation, the size of the step, the whatever it is that has to be done, is just too big. And the size per se doesn't have anything to do with that. It's just the perception, the picture that you have in your mind. So when you think of that task, it doesn't have a beginning, it doesn't have an end, it's just a big thing that has to be done and you don't know where to start. And that's not usually consciously, it's just subconsciously your mind is like, I don't know. Where should I start and what should I do with this? So what's the best way to do in this case is to chunk it down. So for example, if, and like I said, the size doesn't have anything to do with it. It can be, you can have a little project that seems to you too big and you don't know where to start. And in another project, you can have a step way bigger than this one and you have no problem. So it's not always the same. And excuse me, obviously is not for everybody the same. So let's say you decided to create a freebie to offer somebody, to offer your potential clients a piece of work that they will get a better understanding of what is it that you offer and how you work. And it can be, you don't know, when you think about creating a freebie, it just blocks you out. You don't know where to start. So in order to make it easier on your brain, on your subconscious mind, and to start taking action, is to break it down. For example, first deciding on what exactly is it that you want to create. Second, do you want to make a video, a PDF? What is that? Third, break it down on introduction. How are you going to create the content? How are you going to break down the content? So make the steps easier for you. So when you think about freebie, you know, okay, so I have the step 1 and this what has to be done. Once that's done, I know exactly what has to be done, and so on. And so you chunk it down to a point where it doesn't take too much motivation. And when you think of the task, you don't feel that resistance. You don't really have much resistance, and it's more likely to start with a step 1, and then you know that at step 2 it follows, and 3, and so on, and you get that momentum, and before you know it, the project is done. So let me know if you ever have experienced a situation, a bump like this, then you had a task to do and it just felt big somehow in your mind and you procrastinated for days, and then once you broke it down in smaller steps, it was so much easier to do it, and you even thought to yourself, why did I waited for so long to do it? It wasn't such a big deal. Or if you ever experience anything like that, try to do that and let me know if that helps. The next one is when you feel stuck, you feel unmotivated, and you feel no excitement. So the task at hand is just doesn't bring you to do the work. It just doesn't feel, you don't feel inspired to do it. So in this case, you will chunk it up, meaning you will expand the view. So there is a little task that you have to do, just expand the view, see the bigger picture. Where is this leading to? What's the intention behind this task? Because it's not just isolated task and that's it. This is probably a small part of a bigger project that you are working on. So to help you get motivated, just remind yourself of what exactly is this part of and connect back to that vision. That's why it is so important to have that vision that pulls you out of moments like this and reminds you of what are you working on and the effect the project has on you and on those who you are serving. So for example, if you are working on something that you don't have really much interest on doing it, for example, you want to create a project, a plan for how to launch your next product, and you are working on a sign up form, for example, and you just cannot decide on the color, you cannot decide on design, you just feel that you can move past that and you are wasting too much time of it. So understanding, reminding yourself of the bigger picture and where is that taking you, it will snap you out of that isolated thing, and you know that this is just a small part. There are a lot of elements that are coming into play in this bigger project. So it's not necessary to spend that much time on this, and picking something that you think is best at that moment will do. You don't have to, it's not such a big deal. So you can finish it up and move to the next and the next and the next. So this is basically reminding yourself of the bigger vision, the end result, the intention of all this, and where is that leading, so that you don't stay stuck in that, on that task, and you are not wasting more time than you should on that little thing. So let me know again if it ever happened to you when you just spend so much time on something that wasn't that essential. It's just one small piece of the puzzle, of a bigger puzzle, and you know that the big picture is beautiful, and once you were able to move out of that, everything else kind of fall into place. So if you ever encounter that bump, use this and let me know if that helps. The last one is problem solving. So when you are working, when you are trying to find a solution for a problem, or if you have a decision to make and you just can come up with the final decision or pick the solution that you think is the best. So After you've been focusing for a while on that solution, and you did all the research that that's necessary for it, for the supporting information in order for you to get to the solution or get to the right decision. So once you did all that work and you still cannot come up with the final decision, the best way to do it, and by the way, there have been a study done on this that shows that it helps. So if you once you've done all that, just step away from it. So instead of insisting and putting pressure on your subconscious to come up with the final solution or decision, just step away, move your focus completely from that. Think about something else, do something fun. I don't know, take your dog for a walk, go for a walk, do anything that's is going to take your focus completely away from that. And what it usually tends to happen, if either in the time that you are relaxing or when your mind is away from it, a solution will come up to mind. Because even though you consciously stepped away from it, your subconscious mind continues to work on that solution. So you might be, for example, on a walk or on a run, and suddenly you come, the solution or the final decision will just pop up to your mind and be like, oh, that actually sounds pretty good. Or if you come back and then review that information again, it's just with the cleared mind and with fresh eyes, it's going to be easier to come up with a final solution. So recap: if you feel overwhelmed, find yourself procrastinating, unmotivated, the task is too big, make it in a smaller step, chunk it down, and that's going to help to get past that stuckness. If you feel uninspired and unmotivated and you spend too much time on a little task, just bring up the vision, bring up enlarge the view, see the big picture, and finish that task. Don't waste more time on it and move to the next step. And the last one, when you've been working on a solution for a while and you still cannot come up with a final decision, step away, do something fun, and your subconscious mind is going to serve you with the best solution at that point. Okay, so hope that helps. If it helped and you know that somebody else can benefit from it, please share. Let me know any thoughts, any comments. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.